Hello, I'm Dr. Angela Harden-Mack, and welcome to this discussion about redefining how we reference that common symptom of menopause, the hot flash. I invite you, ladies, to embrace your inner goddess so that you talk about and you feel that it is the goddess glow, not the woman on fire. So, ladies, yes, this is about you. We have the heat of menopause, but it's about the glow. And gents, you can pick up some of these nuggets and take home so that when you see your lovely lady, please do not reference her and say that she's sweaty. Call her goddess, and I'm sure that you will gain some brownie points. As the go-to wellness coach to high-performing women, we pay particular attention to those times in the cycle of a woman's life where some extra time and attention is needed so that she is completely nourished. And that time is truly menopause. Menopause can last for months and years, the symptoms, I should say, and it can be uncomfortable. So reframing how a woman embraces and enters into this time is important, and redefining how we reference the heat of menopause. These things are key. So as we talk with the ladies and we share, I give her the tools so that she can feel better, and she's walking through her time feeling empowered. Now, this is about the hot flash. It's not about menopause. And I put a few things there on the slide. I want you to know that the hot flash can be uncomfortable. The hot flash can happen before menopause, during those months before it's officially menopause, and guess what? After menopause. So we're talking about months, if not years, that a woman can go around feeling hot. The menopause, that change in temperature, especially when everyone else is cool, it can be mild where you do just a little adjusting of your clothing, or sometimes it's a little more and you have your hanky or your napkin and you lightly dab at the upper lip because you are perspiring. Or it could be that full-on hot flash that makes you feel like you're on fire, like you are the woman on fire. I had an epic hot flash, the one that was above all, and I call it the inferno. It came on suddenly, whoosh, and I felt like I was on fire. I tell you, truly. And it happened in a car with my family. We were driving home, and I tell you, it was, oh, and I told the family to stop the car, move out of the way. I need to get into the house. And when the car door opened, I ran to the house, opened the door, ran to the kitchen. I stood in front of the freezer, pulled open the door, and I stood right there in front of the freezer, breathing in and out as the breeze was on my face. And I adjusted my clothes because I was truly that warm. And I stood there gasping for air like this for a bit. I felt a little better, but I wasn't completely together because I was undone. And I attempted to right myself, and I closed the freezer. And when I turned and I looked at my family, the expressions on their faces were like this. And I looked at them and said, "What are you looking at?" Then I turned and walked away to be by myself. Well, after that epic hot flash, I knew I needed to find something to help me, something to help me make it through that time. And I discovered feminine energy and the inner goddess. And I tell you, it made a shift for me that made my journey better. Yes, I had some hot flashes, and yes, it went on, but I tell you, it was enjoyable, not something that was always dreaded, because menopause is not the tragic end. It is the triumphant entry into that next phase of you. Now, you may reference your menopause journey in different ways. A patient of mine years ago called her experience in the beginning, she said it was a war. Dr. Harden-Mack, I feel like I'm at war with my body. With war, there is hostility and irritability. When we refrain and talk about the heat of menopause in a different way, and we talk about it being the glow, then we think about serenity, and we can consider the menopause journey as one of wisdom. And with wisdom, there is serenity. So we can accept this heat and say it's a glow, and we look forward to this journey as a serenity time, and we look at it as wisdom, or we can think about this as the war that's hostile and we're fighting against things. I like the journey. I like the serenity. What say you? Yes, we have the heat, but the heat is different. We think about it in a different way. Now, when you embrace your inner goddess, guess what? A goddess is smoking hot. Yes, a goddess struts her stuff and she knows that this is new. She knows that, hey, she says, I'm a new you, and there's freedom and liberation, and she will adjust to changes. She embraces her body and loves her curves. She embraces her sensuality. And whether you define yourself as sexy, sultry, or sassy, you are strutting your stuff. You aren't on fire. You are fire. A goddess is strength under fire, with wisdom and compassion, more mental toughness, greater measure of confidence, and oh, yes, that resilience, that bounce back. So you are on fire, you're smoking hot, and strength under fire. Now you have a choice to make. How will you view your journey? How will you view yourself? Are you a woman on fire and feeling as if you are a victim and woe is me? Or are you the goddess with the glow that you are the victor, the warrior, and you are like, I am woman, hear me roar? Well, when you are a goddess, hang up the hangups about the heat. Stop stressing about the sweat. No fear of the flash. The glow up is real. It's time to ignite your passion for well-being and unleash your inner goddess. To schedule your free 30 minutes discovery session with me, use the link there or the QR code, and I share with you my Sparkle framework for holistic wellness. And this can be your step into and your step up to a greater measure of feminine energy and how you can unleash your inner goddess. Remember, the heat is there. Should you choose to be the goddess, you aren't sweating, you are glistening. The glow is real, and I look forward to seeing you glistening ladies. I'm Dr. Angela Harden-Mack.